Alright, so we're here in Holy Mountain, and I'm going to show you some basic tips and game knowledge about what to do when you get in here. So first thing you want to do is refill your water. As I stated before, water is very important in this game. So right here is a little test dummy that you can shoot at, and it shows you your DPS, or the damage your wand does. And that's really good if you're trying to test that out. So right here, this is a spell refresher. So some spells are limited, so what this will do is bring them back up to the max. So over here is a shop, and sometimes you get spells, sometimes you get wands. This time I got spells, and I'm going to buy the trigger because the trigger is very important, or I should say the spark bolt with trigger. The rest of these spells, I might buy this one right here, energy sphere, but I don't really want any of those. So let me go over the wand stats here. So for wand stats, you have shuffle. Shuffle determines whether spells will go in the order that you see them, when there's no shuffle, and then when there is shuffle, it'll be random. You want it to be no shuffle, because if there is shuffle, you have no control over what the wand does. It just does what it wants. So the only no shuffle wand I have here is this one, which is unfortunate. There's spells per cast, which is how many spells. Cast delay is how fast the spells fire. Recharge time is kind of also how fast it fires, but it's how fast it takes to recharge after all the spells have run out. And then mana max is a very important one, or I should say mana charge speed is, but mana max is how much mana that wand has. And then mana charge speed is how fast the mana regenerates. That's probably one of the most important ones. You want a high mana charge speed. And then capacity is the most obvious one you can see here. And then spread is how far the spells will spread out. So the things you want the most are mana charge speed and capacity. And then probably have it be no shuffle as well. The other things you can modify with spells. Like there is a reduced recharge time spell. So I'm going to modify my wand here. Holy Mountain is the only place where you can modify wands. There is one perk that lets you modify wands anywhere, which I would say is probably the best perk in the game. So what a trigger does here is when the spell ends, it fires another spell. So I'm going to put that on this one. You can see how that works. And I think I'm going to use energy sphere here because that does slightly more damage. As you can see right there. I would use one of these wands because, well, definitely not this one, because you can see that recharge time is 1.5 seconds. This one, though, has a good cast delay and recharge time. Like, really good recharge time, actually, 0.07. But because it's not shuffle, I can't use this trigger. So if we go over here, these are your perks. So once you collect a perk, the other two disappear. You can re-roll perks up here, but that price doubles every time you do it. So I think out of these, I'm going to pick Permanent Shield, because that's a good defensive perk. Defensive perks are really good. That's pretty much everything. I think I'm going to move this to this wand because this only has one space, so I'm going to replace it. So when you leave Holy Mountain, it'll destroy this, and you can't come back up and modify wands. Now, if I had a way to dig through brickwork, which is this material, I could dig through here and it wouldn't destroy it. But when you dig, it spawns a mini-boss called Stivari, and I wouldn't be able to fight him right now without dying. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to go above here and destroy the Holy Mountain. Same thing goes for if you have a way to dig back up, which I don't right now. So, that's it for this video, a lot shorter.